Yes, friends, we are in the lighting section. I want to give you an important tip, friends. We said that the most important structure of using a program is the use of menus. Try to improve your manual skills by conducting tests and experiments on the topics I have explained so far. Friends, manual skill is a very important topic. Navigating on the stage, how do you add objects? How do you play from the menu on the right? How do you change its settings? You need to do these. These are very, very important topics, friends. Twinmotion is very interactive, and because it is a render engine with a lot of environmental interaction, it is very easy. It's both quick to open and easy to use. That's why I think you will produce excellent work. Now I close the starting base section here. I typed box in the search section. I will bring a box for the lights, friends. I brought a 1 meter box from here. I enlarged it a bit with my scale tool. As you can see, this is the process. I came to the Ambiance menu. We are slowly entering the Ambiance menu. You see? I set the sunset by changing it to sunrise from the default section. Why? Because I lowered the sun a bit to make the lights look better. Friends. Then I went to the library section. By clicking on the lights section from the library section, I came to spot an omni night. Omni night is actually what we know. The circular light source that we always use in our homes is used as a circular light source. Friends, I just remembered its name as a bulb. You can use it as a bulb object. So you can use this as an object that provides soft light in places where the light is insufficient. As I always say, when you select the object, you can adjust its intensity value and where it will affect by looking to the right. From this section, you can also adjust the light operation and where it will affect. From the bottom section, you can adjust the color of the light in this way both. You can pull it towards both dark and light. Values around 4500, 5500, 6500 are ideal. Light values for us. When you go below that, you get a darker color. And when you go above, you get an even darker color. When you come to the shadow section, if you want to reveal the shadows of objects that are hit by light, you can enable it here to reveal the shadows of the materials. Let me enlarge this a bit more. Look, the shadows of the materials appear from here. When you turn it off, this also turns off. This is the process, friends. I deleted this. A spotlight is a very simple light source. Let me bring it over here. I placed it here. Look. The spotlight, in addition to the other, has a cone angle, meaning its own spread angle. You can adjust it like this, see? From here, you can also increase or decrease it to expand the area of effect. From the internet section, if you want, by clicking on it, you can change the light intensity by writing 50 or 100. Again, from here, you have the chance to change its color. From the shadow section, you can enable the shadow, friends. In the shadow section, the object's shadow is not visible. Why is that? Because it needs to come from above the object. Light. That's why it's not visible. There is a nice feature in this. There is a fog effect we call hazy. When you enable hazy, friends, look, it gives a slight fog, especially necessary for street lights. Process. Look, you can also adjust the hazy settings from here. You can turn it on and off. I'm deleting this as well. There is a new feature called Projector Light, friends. The Projector Light feature is a very nice feature. Let's lift it up like this. What does this do? This is a feature that allows you to display videos by uploading them here, whether in workspaces, outdoor areas, or presentation venues. Friends, you can upload any video here. Let's do it like this. It says no signal. There is a setting for this, friends. Let's reduce it from here like this. Like this. The video image you have uploaded here, the one you have dropped here. For example, let me select this, friends. Look. You are transferring a drawing of a model I made in SketchUp, here as a video. And the video you have transferred here provides lighting in a way that suits your needs in interior spaces or stand models. Friends. Of course, there's something like this here. If you make the sunlight normal HDR and too much light falls here, a problem occurs because you can't see it. Normally, just like how daylight isn't visible when too much enters through projection lights. The same situation applies here, friends. Make sure to pay attention to keeping the light low. Subscribe. In other parts, we have our neon light. Neon light is again our linear light source. Look, it becomes apparent from here. It might not be very clear from here, but I'm bringing it to the very bottom. A light source you will use in corner and edge areas, friends. The same settings are available here again. I won't show each light one by one. Since they all have the same settings, this is a plus and minus topic for us. Because it can't be having the settings is a positive thing for us. When we take all the lights, we can apply the same settings to them. There is an important light source here, square light source. What is a square light source? Friends, I will show it. The square light source is actually a supportive light source. Look, normally the direction part is like this, meaning the direction part is like this. You can use it as a support wherever you want. Like what? For example, from here. Imagine this is a window, indoors, an inward light towards the inside. So let's say this is a window. You bring this right in front of the window. You adjust it from here to set the window size. Let's say 200. Let's also make this 200. Let's imagine this is a window from here. As you can see, imagine you are giving light from here into a 200 window. So the inside of the castle is a room, and this is the window. Imagine you are giving light into the window, friends. You can use it as a supportive light like this. The other decorative lights we call IEs are at the base of the walls. They are used to create various effects. Normally, when you place the light, it comes up at 300 lumens in Twinmotion. That's a bit much. Around 50 and 30 lumens, friends. It's ideal for seeing the type and value of the light